What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over each and every one of the new 81 cards released in today's All-Star drop in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Talking about which of these cards are worth you guys picking up for your squad. Now, I do want to apologize. Wish this video could have came earlier. However, I've been gone basically all day, so I'm doing my best to get you guys content. So there will be some videos dropping later today, obviously into this weekend, but I do apologize that this video was slightly delayed. Now, 100 overall Vince, our first 100 overall. Now, I've heard he's behind like a $2,000 paywall. I can't confirm or deny that. And part of the reason I can't is because, again, we don't know what grinds are going to be available. I think if you win 3 King of the Court games this weekend, obviously you'll be able to at least get one of those dark matter things. I don't even really know what they're called right now at the time I am recording this, but in this video, we'll cover all the cards. Kenneth Faried up next, MyTeam Festival card. 6'8", 7-foot wingspan, 79 3-ball, 90 speed. Solid defense. I can't even hate on his defensive stats. If you're looking at animation-wise, PJ Washington base on quick looks pretty solid. I know Kenneth Faried is only an amethyst. I know he might not get the most hype being 6'8", but to me, the card looks really solid. Next up, Daquan Cook All-Star Festival card, 6'5", 6'8 wingspan, 97 3-ball. 86 speeds okay defensively, okay, not necessarily great. Evan Fournier base on quick. One thing I will say at the time I'm recording this video is we're starting to see some big time SIG changes. Jose Alvarado only 6 feet tall, gonna play a little defense. MyTeam Festival card, I'm not gonna lie, this card stinks. At 6 feet tall, I'm never gonna gas a Jose Alvarado card. Now Jason Williams up next, 6'1", 6'4 wingspan. I mean, defensively struggles, offensively not the worst. Does get a duo with Rayful of Friends here, and you guys can see makes Jason Williams slightly better for Rayful of Friends. Obviously, Ruby Gems of the Game card makes him quite a bit better. So obviously, like for salary cap modes like that, that duo could be worth noting if you do have a Rayful of Friends. Harold Miner up next, 6'5", 6'9 wingspan. He's been decent in past games. Defensively looks solid, 94 speed, 88 3-ball, 98 driving dunk, D-Mitch base on quick. Problem is that Derrick Rose upper leaves a lot to be desired. Next up, we scroll all the way to the top for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure. But next up, we do see D. Brown, 6'2", 6'4 wingspan, 89 3-ball, 95 speed. Defensively okay. Problem with D. Brown really lies with the fact that he is only 6'2". Good release, Pro 2 leaner. I mean, sig-wise, D. Brown is extremely good on the court. All right, if it's going to keep resetting me at the top, we'll get into the meat and potatoes. 100 overall, Vince Carter. We'll work our way down here. 6'6", 6'9 wingspan. Hot spots from everywhere. All 99 stats. Nearly a perfect card. Patty Mills base on quick. Oscar upper, Pro 2 leaner, Fox dribble style. I mean, look. Here's the deal. Here's the situation. If this card is $2,000, he's not worth it. But Vince Carter is probably your best shooting guard in the game. I have not gone over the new cards, but outside of them, he is your best shooting guard in the game. I don't necessarily love the Fox dribble style, but that Patty Oscar on quick is going to be elite for Vince Carter. Donovan Mitchell up next. Dark Matter card here. 6'3", 6'10 wingspan. Hot spots from everywhere. 96 3-ball, 98 driving, 98 speed. Really solid defensively as well. D-Mitch on very quick D-Mitch leaner, D-Mitch dribble style. The one thing for me about Donovan Mitchell based on very quick is going to be super good. Now, one thing I do want to mention, as far as legend badges, these cards are not getting them. And it's something I honestly thought they would. They're not. Giannis Antetokounmpo up next, 79 3-ball, 96 speed defensively. Honestly, I'm thinking Giannis is going to be like the best defensive player in the entire game at that small forward position. Giannis base on quick, it's going to be slightly better, still not perfect. Giannis elite at that small forward position, no doubt. Jalen Brunson up next, 6'2", 6'4 wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 97 3-ball, 97 speed, defensively solid. I've seen a lot of people pull Jalen Brunson, obviously because we know the odds are going to be skewed towards the bad dark matters. Jalen Brunson based on very quick, Jalen Brunson dribble style. Not great at 6'2", but his release is going to be really solid. JT, Jayson Tatum, 6'8", 6'10 wingspan, dark matter, 96 3-ball, 95 speed. Defensively looks really solid. Now, Jayson Tatum based on very quick is going to be solid. I mean, it's going to be really good. He already has a smooth release. It did need to be sped up a little bit, which obviously with this card, it does get sped up. This card is going to be really solid. Is he better than Giannis? Probably not, but Tatum is going to be good. Are we going to see our first good Karl Anthony Towns for the first time in a long time? No. I mean, 86 speed and defensively, what they did to this card makes no sense. I know he's got a 97 3-ball, but his release is not going to be good. Look, Cat, I love you in real life, but your card on this game, simply put, is not great. KD up next, 6'10", small forward, power forward, 7'5", wingspan. What I liked about the Galaxy Opal KD, he obviously plays a lot of defense. Dark Matter KD, even better. Release on very quick. KD leaner, KD dribble style. One of your best small forwards in the game. I think he's going to be better than a guy like Jayson Tatum just because he is a little bit taller. Larry Bird, important to note, does get a duo with Magic Johnson. 6'9", 7'1" wingspan on spots from everywhere. Festival card here. 99 3-ball, 92 speed. Defensively perfect. Larry Bird based on very quick Russell Westbrook dribble style. Looks pretty solid. Now with the duo, does get extra Hall of Famers, including that extra legend set shot specialist, which is super nice. Now let's look at Magic Johnson, since we're 6'9" for Magic. Stat wise looks, elite. It doesn't get much better. Magic Johnson on very quick Garland dribble style. With the Larry Bird duo, you guys can see Magic Johnson does get the Hall of Fame Dimer, as well as a couple of extra Hall of Fame badges. So, or Legend Dimer, as well as a couple extra Hall of Famers. I love both Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Both cards extremely good. LeBron James up next. For Bron, does he get his release on very quick? He does. LeBron James is going to be your best small forward in the game. Is it close? Honestly, I like some of the new small forwards. I like Giannis. I like KD. But LeBron is going to be that top dog still in this game at that small forward position. Jokic up next. Will we see our first good Jokic card? 88 speed. Defensively, not great. Holds him back a little bit. But is his release on very quick? It is. Should make him quite a bit better. Dribble pull-up Jokic dribble style. Again, I don't think he's probably going to be worth how much he goes for, but he is really solid. Shai Gilgeous Alexander up next. SGA base on quick, little sped up, which it didn't need to be a whole ton sped up. SGA dribble sigs all across the board. 92 3-ball, 95 speed, really solid defensively. Now, one thing I do want to, note for SGA, still has that Shai Gilgeous Alexander moving crossover, which is one of the main reasons that Shai is good on this game. Hot spots from everywhere on the court. Steph Curry up next, 6'3", 98 3-ball, 99 3-ball. The problem I have with Steph is really just the fact that he's undersized. I just think defensively, it's going to be tough for Steph Curry to be that next level good, but all his SIGs release on very quick. Should get a lot better. Şengün, first Galaxy Opal we're going to cover today. Hot spots from both corners, 6'11", 93 3-ball. It just comes down to defensively, leaves a lot to be desired. 86 speed's not great. Şengün based on quick. I'm just not loving Şengün on this game. Am I hating on him? Well, kind of. Anthony Davis up next. This AD is just going to be a slightly better version of the last AD. AD base still on normal timing is kind of a big red flag for me. Again, I have the other Galaxy Opal Anthony Davis. He's good, but the release on normal, in my opinion, is just a little slow. AD is still good. Just know that release is going to be on the slower side of things. Anthony Edwards up next. Does not have point guard eligibility. 96 3-ball, 96 speed. Defensively, not great, but okay. Again, 6'4", Ant base on quick. Does see it sped up a little bit. Jalen Green dribble style. I mean, not great, right? Not great. Cade Cunningham up next. 6'6", 7-foot wingspan. 18 Hall of Famers, only 8 on gold. Defensively, leaves a lot to be desired. Cade base on normal. This card's not that much better than the Pink Diamond Cade, honestly. Like, so far as I'm going over these Galaxy Opals, it's a big time letdown. Like, Cade, not much better, if at all, than the Pink Diamond Cade. Damian Lillard up next, 6'2", 6'8 wingspan. Only 21 base badges. Yes, these guys see a lot more Hall of Famers. Dame base on quick. I don't know if it's worth the price upgrade for Damian Lillard. I just don't. I don't see him being that next level good. Darius Garland up next, pretty similar. And I'm going through these Galaxy Opals quick because I got to let you know, I do not love them. I just don't. When we see Elton Brand, you guys can see he's an All Star Festival card. Small forward, power forward, 6'9", 7'5 wingspan, 84 3-ball, good speed, good enough defensively. Release-wise, Elton Brand based on normal, not great. I mean, he's fine, but he's not great. Evan Mobley up next, 92 3-ball, 90 speed, defensively elite. Let's see release-wise, Evan Mobley based on quick. This is our first Galaxy Opal that I am a really big fan of. Why? Well, the big problem with Evan Mobley was his release. If you look at these past cards, it's just a slow release. Evan Mobley base on slow. Now, the difference between slow and quick is going to be a pretty big difference. I still don't think his release is going to be perfect, but with as much defense as he's going to play, I think you're looking at an Evan Mobley card who is going to be really, really solid on this game. J-Dub up next, Jalen Williams, 6'5", small forward. Defense okay, offensively solid. My favorite part about Jalen Williams is probably going to be his release. I think his release is really solid. Pro 3 leaner isn't that bad. Obviously, Garland dribble style is okay for Jalen Williams as well. Next up, we do see James Harden, 6'5", 6'11" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere on the floor, 97 3-ball, 94 speed. The problem with just James Harden is, where is the defense, guys? There's no defense in James Harden. Harden based on very quick is nice. Harden dribble style is fine. Offensively elite. Defensively, just not great. Next up, we do see Jaren Jackson Jr., but I do want to mention this Elton Brand that I'm not super, I don't think he's great, but he is a free locker code, and honestly, for a free card, I'm not going to complain. So I did want to mention that before I do continue moving forward with Galaxy Opal, Jaren Jackson Jr. Now, I love the Diamond Jaren Jackson Jr. quite a bit, and so I'm super excited about this Galaxy Opal. Jaren, who rebounding-wise looks good. Animation-wise, Jaren based on a quick, really solid, normal leaner pro dribble style. The big thing for me is he that much better than the Diamond? I honestly don't think he's that much better. He is better for sure, but I don't think he's that much better, and probably not worth the difference in price is the big thing for me when I am comparing the two cards. Jason Richardson up next. I've heard good things about this card. Jacoby Walter base on quick. Again, I don't know what that's like. I've just heard good things about him. Devin Booker dribble style. You guys can see a pro leaner in there as well. 92 3-ball, 96 speed. Defensively for J Rich isn't great, but if he can be that primary ball handler, can be like that best, ball handler in the game, obviously you gotta respect what J Rich does. Jaylen Brown up next. I want to start with his SIGs. Does see the Jaylen Brown base on normal, not great. Stat-wise, badge-wise, really good, but with that release, it's hard for me to hype the card up really at all. Karl Malone up next, another All Star Festival card. We'll have a breakdown of that on my channel here in a little bit. 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, hot spots from 4 to 5 places around the arc. 89 3-ball, 95 speed, great defensively. Karl Malone based on very quick. I mean, just a stud of a card in Karl Malone. An absolute beast of a card in Karl Malone. Kyrie Irving up next, Galaxy Opal. Look, the last Galaxy Opal Kyrie I didn't like. So why would I like this Kyrie? I mean, to me, it really is that simple, that easy to understand. Kyrie, not going to be great on this game. Mark Price, another All-Star Festival card, does see a dynamic duo with Isaiah Rider. Doesn't matter. Isaiah Rider stinks. Mark Price stinks. I am not a fan of that card. Spicy P, 6'8", 7'3" wingspan. The problem with him is his height. Pascal Siakam is only 6'8". His release is on normal timing. Yes, defensive badges are good for Spicy P, but it's not enough for me to hype up the card. Paul Pierce up next. Looks really solid statistically. Animation-wise, Paul Pierce on very quick. Yes, I know it's a very quick release, but it's still the Paul Pierce release, which is going to leave a lot to be desired. Trae Young, 6'1". I mean, come on, man. He's 6'1". He's Trae Young. He is going to be a scrub on this game. Tyler Hero up next. First thing I want to say is, does he have the SJ moving crossover? He does. But he still has the Tyler Hero base on normal. So I wish I could hype up Tyler Hero, but with that release on normal timing, it's really tough to do. Victor Wembanyama up first. Now, while I go over Wemby, I'm going to be comparing him to the Pink Diamond quite a bit. First thing I want you guys to notice is this Galaxy Opal Wemby does have hotspots from 4 to 5 places from the arc. Pink Diamond Wemby doesn't see any hotspots. It receives a pretty decent bump. That 85 speed is really nice. Badge-wise, gets quite a bit better. Now, I will say this. Is the Galaxy Opal Victor Wembanyama better than, a souped-up Pink Diamond Wemby? Honestly, I think it's about the same. Because if you're getting a souped up Wemby with, let's say, a few legend badges, I mean, I think he's just as good as the Galaxy Opal Wemby. So just kind of know that and compare the prices of the couple of cards. Alex Sarr up next, 7-1, can play the 4, 7-4 wingspan. Rebounding, Sarr can do. Like the Ruby Sarr couldn't rebound at all. This Sarr can. 87 3 ball. The 83 speed is a little bit low. Sarr base, it is what it is. The card's fine. 7-1 at the 4. I'm not going to hate on him. Amen Thompson, 6'7", shooting guard, small forward, 6'11 wingspan, 95 speed. Gave him a 78 3-ball. Defensively is a menace. Amen base on normal. Again, I don't know what that's like at the time I'm recording this, but the card looks solid. Jaren Jackson Jr. up next. A lot of these cards are going to be in that Rising Stars challenge. We'll get to Leonard Miller here eventually. Jaren Jackson Jr. really solid defensively. Jalen Johnson basing on normal. Again, a lot of these pink diamonds are going to be in that same category where, you know what, they're solid, but they're not, elite. Koulibaly, I think, is elite. 91 3-ball Koulibaly based on quick, defensively nearly perfect. He's 6'8" at the 2. He's probably our most elite pink diamond that we have covered as so far. Pajemski up next has point guard eligibility, 6'4", but the card stinks. I mean, I got excited about him after I saw point guard eligibility, but he stinks. Brandon Miller up next, 6'7", 6'11 wingspan, 93 3-ball, defensively not great. Brandon Miller based on normal. It's just not great. Bryce McGowan's up next, 6'6", shooting guard, small forward. I mean, decent, but again, the Bryce McGowan's based on normal. It's just not perfect. Buddy Hield, look, I'm calling this right now. He's going to win the 3-point contest. I'm calling it right now. His quick release, it bodes well for that 3-point contest. I know he's been shooting bad, but I'm telling you, he's going to win it. Buddy Hield based on quick. Card's not good, though. I mean, I wish he was good, but he's not. Cam Johnson up next, 6'8", hot spots from everywhere, 97 3-ball, 86 speed, solid defense. Cam Johnson based on normal basic dribble style. I mean, none of these pink diamonds are getting any updated SIGs, so it's going to be tough for them to be good. Carrington up next, Bubba Carrington, 92 3-ball, 91 speed, but just not great. And that's what we're seeing for a lot of these pink diamonds. Some of them are good. Most of them are not great. Cason Wallace, really solid defensively, but he's only 6'3", so good 3-ball, good speed. Cason Wallace based on quick. He's undersized, but I actually don't mind Cason Wallace at all. Chris Paul, I actually think is going to be solid, but he sees Chris Paul based on normal. Like, I mean, I guess that's what we've been seeing. It's still a solid release. He's still really solid stat-wise. Chris Paul is going to be okay. I mean, I know he's a 6-foot point guard, but I've used the Opal Chris Paul, and he can play. The Diamond Chris Paul could play, too. Dalton Connect, weird why he's not in a Hornets jersey after the Lakers literally scammed the Hornets. Like, the failed physical that they just made up because they gave to. Anyway, that's just my opinion. 96 3-ball for Connect, defensively not great. Dalton Connect based on normal. It is what it is. He is fine. Derek Lively, up next, 7'1", 73 ball. He can shoot it a little bit okay. Sign me up for Derek Lively. A really solid big that has the ability to shoot the ball. Sign me up for him. I don't think he's bad whatsoever. Draymond Green up next, pink diamond. 11 Hall of Famer, 17 on gold. I like Draymond Green, but I like the domination Dre. I know his release is still on slow, but I think he's fine because I like the domination Dre, and so I think All-Star Dre is going to be just fine. D12 up next, 73 ball, 95 speed, perfect defensively. Problem is going to be, are you going to consistently green with Dwight Howard? For most people, the answer is going to be no. Glenn Rice up next, 6'8", 6'9 wingspan, All-Star Festival card, MyTeam Festival card, 98 3-ball, 87 speed, defensively solid as far as badges, pretty complete. Malik on quick. I like Glenn Rice a lot on this game. For some reason, these MyTeam Festival cards are actually good, and I wasn't expecting it. Grady D up next, 6'6", 6'9 wingspan, 91 3-ball, 89 speed, defensively not great. He's not a great card on this game. JD Davison up next, 6'1", 6'7 wingspan. Not great. I mean, another card that we're getting that's like, okay, I'm glad we're getting all these cards, but a lot of them just simply aren't great. Jaime Jaquez up next. The Diamond Jaime was really good, or Jaime was really good for his time. Obviously, King Diamond for his time, not nearly as good in my opinion. Jared McCain, TikToker, 6'3", 6'4 wingspan. Hot spots from 4 to 5 plays around the arc. He's fine. Just defensively, doesn't give you a whole lot. And next up, Jalen Wells, one of the best rookies in the league, 6'8", 3-and-D guy in real life. free indie guy in this game. Jalen Wells based on normal. Again, I don't know what that's like at the time I'm recording this. We'll have to just kind of wait and see. Jeff Hornacek up next. Not great. I've been hyping up these festival cards. AI based on quick is interesting for Hornacek, but overall, I don't know if I absolutely love the card. Julian Strawther, heard really good things about him. 6'6", 92 3-ball, 92 speed, really solid defensively. Strawther based on normal, Garland dribble style. Again, I've heard good things about him. Stat-wise, badge-wise, he just looks okay. But again, I've heard some really good things about him. Keontae George up next. Defensively just lacks, I think, is the main thing I've got to say about Keontae George. But for a lot of these guys, I just haven't used them. Leonard Miller, my GOAT, up next. 6'10", small forward, does everything well on the court. 86 is basically all across the board. Defensively, a stud. 6'10", rebase. If only this was last year. Rui had the best release in the game, arguably last year, or one of them. Now he's got a really slow and baited release, but I'll still hype up Leonard Miller. 6'10" at the 3, gonna play solid defense. Nothing could ever make me hate you. Mac McClung, 6'2", 91 3-ball, 95 speed. The problem is that defense, guys. It's just not great. But Zealous, I think, is going to eventually be good in the league, man. I'm telling you, from the limited time I've watched him, I think he's going to be good. 93 ball, 92 speed, good defense. He's good on this game. 6'10", good defense. Again, I don't know what that release is like, but the rest of Bazelis looks really solid, in my opinion. Moses Moody up next, 6'5". Obviously going to be able to shoot it. 89 3-ball, 89 speed, defensively solid. I can't hate a whole ton on Moses Moody. What I would suggest is before buying any of these cards, just go into shoot around with them. You know, go into Warrior shoot around, see if you like Moses Moody's release. Because it's not one size fits all. Just because I like a card doesn't mean you're going to like them. Like Norman Powell, for example, in recent years has had a baited release. I don't know if it's baited anymore this year or not. 6'4" for Norman Powell, 6'11" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere that's important on the floor. Defensively for Norm, leaves a lot to be desired. And he's got the Norman Powell base on slow. He's one of the players in the three-point contest. Pat Spencer, lacrosse player here, 6'3", 6'7", wingspan, hot spots from 4 to 5 places around the arc. Defensively just stinks, man. Like, didn't you have to play some defense in lacrosse? Never mind, bro. Reed Shepherd up next, 6'3", 6'3", wingspan, 94 3-ball, good speed. Defensively looks okay. Reed Shepherd based on normal. For a lot of these guys, I know I've said it before, just go shoot around with them. I've shot around with Scoop. I know what the card gets into because I had to score points. I still have to with the Zammy card. 93 ball, 97 driving, 98 speed. Defensively okay. He's just fine. You know, I'm not going to sit here and hype him up more than that. He is just fine. Stephon Castle. Some people are running this card. 6'7", 6'9", wingspan, 93 ball, 91 speed. Really good defensively. Castle based on normal. Kyrie dribble style. Again, go shoot around with Stephon Castle. See what you see. But a lot of people that I have seen on Twitter, stuff like that, I've been using this Stephon Castle card. Trace Jackson Davis up next, 6'9", 7-foot wingspan. Can't shoot it. He is an inside big. Just not great. I mean, again, if you're not going to be able to shoot the ball at this point of the game, what's the point of running you? Tristan De Silva, power forward center, 6'9", hot spots from everywhere outside the three-point line. The power forward position, think he has a lot of potential. Have to go shoot around with the card, but do think the card has a lot of potential based off his stats. Misi up next. I saw he hyperextended his knee or something. 7 feet to 7'2" wingspan. Can't shoot. 33 ball, but he does have a hot spot from the right wing. Really interesting. Card's not very good. Again, an inside big. Zachary Richardson up next. 93 ball. Solid enough defense. 6'10" at the 2. I've shot with him. Release isn't great, but 6'10" at the 2 obviously isn't bad. Zach Edey up next. 83 3-ball. Only's got a 60 speed. Really solid interior. 7'5" with a stretch big. He's going to be a cheese ball. I wish he was faster, but Zach Edey is an absolute cheese ball on this game. Diamond Aaron Gordon up next. Does have a duo with Zach LaVine. 6'9", 7-foot wingspan. Aaron Gordon elite. I mean, if you got that diamond hidden gems, Aaron Gordon, that's basically this one. Obviously, with the duo with Zach LaVine, makes the card even better. I mean, I like the duo. I like Aaron Gordon. Really, really solid card in this game. Benedict Mathurin, I know in the past has been pretty good. 93 ball, 90 speed, defensively okay. 6'5" at the 2. Isn't great, but does have the Mathurin base on quick. Just an interesting card. Not perfect, but definitely interesting. And that's it, guys. We went through all of the cards here that we got today. 81 of them. Now, again, dark matter-wise, they see most of them change shigs. They're obviously elite. Galaxy Opals, I do like Mobley. I like, Karl Malone. Honestly, I'm more hype about these MyTeam Festival cards than any of the other cards. I mean, genuinely, J. Rich, Karl Malone, those are some of my favorite cards in this drop today. But let me know your thoughts on this drop. Who is your favorite card from today's set? Should see a market crash. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.